On this episode of Street Rat Garage, can we pay off our 2021 Jeep Wrangler using only the money we make off of this scrap metal? Let's find out. So as a lot of you know, I recently purchased a 2021 Jeep Wrangler, and we put a fair amount of money down on it, but had to finance the other, I don't know, I think it was like $15,000. So 2021, we have $15,000 that's still owed on it. I do not like having a car payment, and I haven't had one in years, and it's kind of annoying just slowly paying it off over and over, month after month. So what I've decided to do is see if we can't clean up around Street Rat Garage Worldwide Headquarters all this stuff, all this sheet metal, all this scrap that's been laying around accumulating for a few years. Can we flip this scrap metal into paying off our car payment? So what we have here is parts off of other vehicles that we've repaired. This came off a 454 C10 that had a big block in it, and I changed out the hood, and there's a dishwasher out of my house. There's parts from the SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee, and just parts and more parts off other cars, and an old table saw that's metal, some dog cages. All this stuff has just been accumulating around here. This is the bed off of the C10 that we put a new bed on it. We changed the fenders and all sorts of stuff, and then we sold it. So that's the bed that's off of it. That's a water heater out of my house. I had to replace that too. And this is a pile of cast that we're gonna separate, and we'll make a little bit more money off of that by separating it. But anyway, can we pay off $15,000 just by starting with scrap metal? Well, first of all, there is definitely not $15,000 worth of scrap metal right here. The plan is we take this in and we see how much money we get. Maybe we only get $50. Maybe we only get $40. Well, we'll get the rest of that scrap metal and any other loose items that we have laying around. We may have to make several trips to the scrap yard, but the goal is to get, I don't know, enough money to purchase something else, whether it be a cheap car. If we don't have enough money for a car, we can buy an engine, clean up an engine, get it ready, and flip the engine into a vehicle. The goal is to get enough cash to buy a cheap car, to clean that car up, to flip it, to buy something better. So we're flipping scrap metal into a vehicle to flip into paying off our Jeep Grand Cherokee. Not Grand Cherokee, our Jeep Wrangler. I don't want a Jeep Grand Cherokee. They're expensive for no reason. And this is something that anybody can do. If you have, you know, a lot of you have stuff just lying around, old cars, old trucks, old bunch of scrap metal. It's just lying there. You know, collect that stuff up. We have this Fiero. This is a roadkill Fiero. We bought this Fiero to take the parts off of to fix this one. We took the doors off and some interior panels. So we really don't have any money into this car. So we got aluminum rims and a bunch of debris there. So we can come back and get this car as well. And what else do we have? We also have this Volkswagen Beetle. I bought it to fix my daughter's car. Her car got hit right in this area. We had to take fenders and stuff off of it. And then we went ahead and sold the rest of the fenders and a bunch of other parts. Still have one fender left. That's, I don't know, $30, $40 part right there. But anyway, we've made our money back off of this car. So now this is just free metal that we have laying around as well. We also have this car right here. It is, what is this? A Fusion. So we bought this Fusion at the auction. We took off the bumper and the fender. This is a fender off the other car. the fender and the hood. That's a different hood. That's the hood off the other car. And we fixed this car right here. Oh, the door. We took the door. So we took the fender, the door, the hood, all that stuff, and fixed that other car. Is this even bolted on? No, that's not even bolted on. We could load that up and take it. I'm not going to right now. But yeah, that door. So, right. This car has served its purpose. We got our money back on this car. We probably can sell those rims, but we don't have any money at all into this car. We can scrap this one as well. Okay, I put the door back on. So that's what we are going to start with. I mean, these cars, they just have the auction paperwork. So we're going to have to cut them up, maybe pull the engines out and take those in by themselves. You can probably make more money parting the car out when you're taking it to the scrapyard, but I'm not processing the title. It costs about $100 to process it, and you know, wind up back in debt on that. So we'll cut it up and we'll take parts of it to the scrapyard. So what I'm getting ready to do now is load this up. We'll go to the scrapyard real quick, dump this out, and see how much money we make. Okay, well, we have the old truck loaded up. Actually, we have the trailer loaded on the truck with all our, at least our first haul of scrap metal on it. So let's get to the yard and see what they're going to give us for this. All right, we are on the way to the scrap yard. Now, we will be going to the tiny local scrap yard. And when I mean tiny, it's small. The truck and trailer doesn't even fit on the small scale they have. You have to load, you have to, yeah, it doesn't all fit. I don't know how that works. You roll up there and you have the back wheels of your truck on the scale, but the rest of it's off with the whole weight of the trailer on the scale. It doesn't seem to be the most accurate way to do it, but it should work good enough. All right, so we made it to the scrap yard. They drug the bed off that had most of it with a machine. So all that we have to do is toss off this little stuff, go weigh our, what are you doing down there? Go weigh our truck and trailer and see how much money we made. Okay, we're getting ready to pull back on the scale. That's the scale house, and can you see how tiny that scale is? It's not big at all. This whole place is maybe 2 acres at the most. It's not big at all, but it's gonna get the job done. Okay, it looks like we had 2,280 pounds, 2,280 pounds of steel on our trailer. That's quite heavy. That's pretty good. And we made $114. It doesn't say what that breaks down to. I forgot to ask, but we got a receipt right here. So $114 is what we have. So we can actually start with that if we find a cheap enough engine or something like that. But we have a few other parts that we can get together. We'll scrape together some other stuff. I asked her about engines and transmissions. They have a separate price for transmissions and a separate price for engines. So if we can get some of our motors or engines together, we'll take maybe a load of engines, and I don't know if we have a whole bunch of transmissions, but we'll see what we have. We should be able to scrounge up another $100, maybe more. So hopefully we can $250, something like that. Yeah, but I'm gonna start looking for stuff that we can sell, you know, right now, even with this $100. I don't think we're gonna find anything good for $100, but maybe we can. If not, we'll just do the, we'll just scrounge up some more stuff. We need to scrounge up more stuff anyway. We got a lot of junk we need to get rid of, clean up around the Street Right garage. So I'm gonna load the trailer and we'll see what we have next time. It'll be a few days. Okay, it is another day and we are back up here and we have more things that we're gonna scrap out. So I have been saving up some old radiators and AC condensers and transmission coolers, and this is a heater core out of something or the other. Some of these I had already stripped down and just thrown back behind the barn. Some of these I need to take the old Sawzall here and cut off the little middle bits. Some of these are copper cord, some of them are aluminum. The newer ones are aluminum cord. So yeah, I have quite a few of these laying around. So let's cut these guys up, take them to the salvage yard and see how much more money we can make. Can we make another $100 today? Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. And we just pulled up back at the Alexandria scrapyard right here behind me, and I am going to run inside real quick and get this stuff weighed on their aluminum scale or ferrous metal scale, whatever you call it. And I'll be right back with a receipt, and we'll see how much more money we have to put towards our flip to pay off my Jeep. All right, we are all done there, and we had aluminum and brass. So we had some brass radiators, some old school radiators. You don't have a lot of brass radiators anymore, but there were some I had from some old cars from probably years and years ago. Just been laying around. So what I have here is the list of what we had. We had like 57 pounds of aluminum and 106 pounds of the brass. So that's pretty good. And together we have $147.15. So that's like 150-ish pounds combined. And when we scrap just the steel, or the tin or whatever we had last time, we had like 2,200 pounds, and that brought us what did it bring us? It brought us $100. We have the receipt here. $100, $114. So we have $114 and $147, which is like 160-ish something, 60 some odd dollars, or 260 some odd dollars, excuse me. So that's where we are standing, 260 something dollars. I'll add that up later. I'm driving and my seatbelt's not on. I'll get it later. Anyway, they take batteries too. We have a good number of batteries, so maybe we should go back, get the batteries, and see if we can get up to like $300. If we can get to $300, that should be a pretty good start on, yeah, buying something to flip and get that Jeep paid off. So we're in it to win it. Let's go find out what else we have. Okay, I have all the batteries out of my garage. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 batteries here. So I asked them how much the batteries were. They said like 10 cents a pound. It seems a little cheap. If the battery weighs 20 pounds, what's that? That's like $2 for a battery. I mean, it seems like they give more in core charges, but I know the recycle would be cheaper or less money, I guess. So I'm gonna take these back into a bigger recycler and see if we can't get more than 10 cents a pound. It just doesn't seem right. Seems a little cheap on the batteries. So I'll report back on to you on that one, see what kind of money we get. But we need to maximize our money. But we still have a lot more scrap here. I was looking around and there's more stuff. I still have the shell of the SRT 6.4 liter Jeep Grand Cherokee laying around. Now, they won't take this without a title, but they take vehicle parts. So if we can slice some of this up and throw it in there. We can't, you know, we can't take in the front half because it's got VIN numbers on it, but we don't have a title for it because I bought it at auction, and in order to get the title, I have to process the paperwork into my name, which is $100. So there's maybe $100 worth of metal left there. So it wouldn't make any sense to process the title to give them that for free, basically. I separated out these brake drums, and there's some A-arms and stuff in there, which I think will bring a little bit higher price cast. I don't know if the A-arms are cast or if those are, I don't know. They should be cast, right? A-arms. This should all be a different grouping. Cast iron metal. So we got to take that in. Okay, it is a few days later, and I've been cleaning up some more stuff around the yard. Just picking up some of these doors and fenders and miscellaneous junk that I no longer need. And I even cut a few pieces off the Grand Cherokee over here. This thing is very, very hard to cut. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a big thick tube in there. These are really, really reinforced. About the only thing I was able to do is cut this B-pillar out, and it is so heavy. And I cut part of the front frame off of that, but it is thick. I went through a couple Sawzall blades just trying to get that up. So we are going to take this little bit here to the old salvage yard, and we only need like $15 or something like that. I don't even know if it's that much, but that should get us our money. And then we'll be at $500, and then it will be time to go car shopping. Okay, here we go with our load of scrap. Back to the junkyard. Recyclers, do they call it that now? We're going to the recyclers to recycle some junk cars. All right, I'll hit you up in a few minutes. We'll do the math and see if we made it to our $500 goal. All right, and that's it. We are done, and we have $31.50. So I'm gonna add up again. I can't remember what the total was from last time. $31.50 plus these other guys right here. Let's add that up real quick. It's gonna definitely bring us over our $500 mark. Well, let's see exactly how much we have. And our grand total is $519, excuse me, $519.08. $519.08. So there it is right there. There it is right there. We have almost $20 over $500. Well, we have $19.08 over $500, but that's what we have to spend. Now we are going to start looking for a vehicle. So luckily tomorrow is the Indianapolis public auction. Actually, it's the impound auction where everybody that gets pulled over and doesn't have a driver's license, well, they get their car impounded. And the accident cars as well. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, is I will go through that list and I will see if there's anything interesting to buy for $519-ish. So I think that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rat Garage. But stay tuned and see what we buy. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.